It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and today is day 25 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And today's exclusive sketch comes from Brandi Jo, and she's got a dark background, and my background is dark-ish. So it's a piece of paper from a paper pad. I think it was a Heidi Swap one, and it just has kind of some sketchy black lines on it. And then she's got some arrows on the top and the bottom. So I immediately went into my stencil stash, and I had a couple of options, but I liked this one from Scrapping Reflections. And I don't know if it's a stencil of the month or if it's on her website, but I will make sure that I leave her website down below because she has awesome 12 by 12 stencils. So I'm using some glitter glaze from Brutus Monroe. This one is called Periwinkle, and I'm trying to put it on fairly thick because I'm realizing how opaque it is, which just means that it's going to take literally forever to dry. So I am showing you here that I burned the paper a little bit because I was trying to dry it, and it's still not dry, mind you. It's still not dry. I mean, actually, I made it this morning and it's dry now. But at the time that I was finishing the layout, totally wasn't dry. But I kind of burned the paper a little bit, so it gave it a little bit of yellow. And I actually liked it because my son's school colors are blue and gold. And I was like, I kind of like that touch of yellow underneath. Like, I think that if I were to do something like this, I think it would be fun to actually take some like yellow Distress Oxide and then put the blue glitter glaze on top of it as well. I think that would work out pretty good. So I have 4 photos, and originally they were 3x4, 3x4. But they were too tall to fit in between the mixed media. So I'm actually going to trim them down to 3x3. And then I just went in my scraps, and I'm going to do a couple of strips. So instead of one banner under each row of photos, I'm actually going to do 3. So here I am just cutting the banners, and I just fold over the ends so they kind of meet and cut at an angle. That's how I make my banners. I did not come up with that myself. I believe I saw Jackie from JQ Crafty, I think is where I saw it. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not my idea, but I love it. Like, that is definitely my go-to for making a banner now. So these are baseball photos. I know you guys have seen a lot of them. So I have 2 photos of him running out on the field. So the team would stand on the field, and then they would announce all the starters, and then they would run out and form a line for the national anthem. So the 2 are running out, and then the other 2 are him playing. So his senior year, I did try to take pictures at every game. We went to all but, I think, 2 of them. One, we had got a free trip to Hawaii, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. We're going to miss that game. And then the other one was like a 4-hour drive, so it would have been 8 hours. And he said, they're a terrible team. It's not going to be a good game. And he was like, I'm totally good with you not coming. And I was like, okay. So those were the only 2 that we missed. So I do miss me some baseball. We have been watching him play baseball for 15 years. And So it was a little hard to have no more baseball, but I have a feeling we might get a few more baseball in the future. We're hoping. He's tentatively on the roster for the college he's attending. So hopefully more baseball. So here are my strips. And then I decided to mat all 4 of my photos on a piece of black cardstock. And I kind of put them down how I wanted them and then attached them to the photo. And I thought that would be a little bit easier, especially because, like I said, this is still wet. And I did stick my hand in it several times. It's not that big of a deal, but I didn't want it all over everything. So I did build most of the layout kind of off screen. I'm going to do very minimal embellishing. She has very minimal embellishing on hers as well. And so I have these words in my like extra bin and it says "Be You," and I was like, those are good colors. I'm gonna be good with that for the title. And I'm gonna have the embellishing kind of go in a diagonal. So I'm gonna put the B up there, the U in the middle, and then I'm actually going to find a fussy cutout camera from a Maggie Holmes sheet, and it's kind of got that same color, so that just brings it down to the bottom there. And then I'm going to add a couple of leaves to the top and bottom, and then 2 wood veneer hearts. And that is pretty much going to do it. Now, I did notice when I was looking at the sketch initially that there's some splatters, and I have some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in navy sitting on my desk to do the splatters. It's right underneath that. You can see it right there. But for some reason, I forgot all about it, even though it was sitting right there. So I think I've decided that this layout is done and I'm not going to add the splatters. So I will leave Brandi's information down below so you can give her some love for this amazing sketch, as well as the playlist. And remember to wear your crown, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.